So in this video, I'll be talking about my least favorite shows that I watched in 2024. So I will not be going in depth, even though I could, about why they are my least favorites or why I didn't like them. So if you want my full thoughts, go check out the blog post and the videos I have done for these shows. But I'm just going to give you little tidbits here and there of why I didn't really like the shows this year. And these are not in any particular order. I'm just going to be listing them and telling you what I didn't like. So the first show I'll be talking about is Dodo Soso La La So. So this is the first time I'm looking at this rating again, and I rated this one 1 star, and I saw this on Netflix. I really have to think back, was it really that bad? Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I didn't like this show, and it had me to a certain point, and that was until I found the ages of the two main characters. I'm not a fan of age gaps. Some people are. That's good for you. For me, I just don't like an age gap romance. And it wasn't even that big of an age gap per se, I don't think. It was just one of the characters was not 18 yet. He was still in school. The woman was still an adult. I also didn't like the lying, so she didn't really know his full age. He might have been 18. I honestly don't remember, but I just didn't like how he was in school and she was an adult woman trying to about to get married and have a career, and he hadn't graduated from school yet. And I didn't like how he was lying to her about it. So all those combinations of things I hate in any storyline made me dislike this show a lot. And after that was revealed, I just couldn't get back into it. Also, him continuously lying to her throughout the show was something very annoying to me. Not even about his age, about other things. Again, go see my video if you want to know all the things. But it just really bothered me. And yeah, another reason why I just didn't like this show. It just wasn't for me. The next show I will be talking about is Zero Chill. And for this one, I gave it 2 stars, and I saw this one on Netflix. So Zero Chill, my expectations weren't really that high for this one because I knew it wasn't advertised towards me. It's mostly like a kid's show. I was not expecting to love this show at all, but I still was disappointed when I watched it. I don't think I loved one of the main characters. Maybe it was her delusion that was really bothering me. But yeah, I don't think I liked the sister in the show. I just don't think I liked her character at all. A lot of the decisions in the show that she made, I just did not like. So I think that's one reason I just didn't like her character. I also thought the acting, wasn't the best. Maybe if they had another season or more, it would have gotten better, but it was all right. I just think this show had a lot of potential. It had a good basis, but it just didn't really live up to what it could have been. The next show I will talk about is Lupin. This show I rated 2.5 stars, and it was on Netflix. This one I had a lot of high hopes for because I have heard a lot of good things, and it was by no means like a terrible show. I just didn't like the journey from season 1 to season 2. In my opinion, if you're going to call someone the master of disguises, can you really be the master of disguises? In a lot of the episodes, when he would disguise himself, he would put on a hat or maybe a mustache, and that would be his disguise. This is who we're calling the master of disguises. When you look at the man playing Lupin, it stands out in a crowd to me in a normal basis. He doesn't look like someone who can usually blend in. So if you're just adding a mustache and a beanie to change up your disguise, I'm sorry. I can only extend my disbelief so far. And it was like in season 3, he had a great disguise when he was pretending to be that coach or something. And I was like, can we bring more of this in the previous seasons? Like, where was this disguises? I also didn't like how season 2 was a continuation of season 1. I think I would have preferred if each season was kind of like their own heist or mission / robbery of something valuable he was trying to get. And I just felt like season 2 wasn't needed that much. I feel like all of that could have combined into one season for Lupin. I did enjoy season 3, but I just felt 1 and 2 could have been combined and didn't need to be dragged out as much. Was disappointed in the lack of creativity in disguises, I should say. Okay, my next one is Bridgerton season 3. I know, y'all surprised. Well, I rated this one 3 stars, and it was on Netflix. And 3 stars is not really a bad rating, but again, these are the shows that I liked watching the least, and this was one of them. And when I gave this a 3 star, that was on the lower end of the 3-star spectrum. And I was just disappointed overall in Bridgerton this year. It just didn't feel the same, and because of that, I enjoyed it less this year. And this was previously one of my absolute favorite shows, and to see season 3 just not be what I expected it to be was very sad and disappointing. So yeah, basically what I didn't like about it was the essence, how the show felt. It just didn't feel the same. You can definitely go check out more in my reviews for part 1 and part 2. I don't know, usually the main characters, there's this great love. I didn't feel the chemistry too much. I also felt like some storylines in this season were unnecessary. Didn't really see the trajectory of characters I expected. Like, certain character growth was not explored, in my opinion. Overall, I just feel like there was a lot of things where it just fell short in my eyes. And the last show I will talk about is Outer Banks season 4. So this one I rated 3 stars, and it was on Netflix. So Outer Banks, similar to Reason for Bridgerton, it was on the lower end of a 3. And I just didn't love season 4. Something felt off. It didn't really have the same energy that the previous seasons had. It just felt like some of the characters were off. Some of the actions the characters made within the show for this season didn't feel like the same actions and decisions they would have made in previous seasons. And it'd be different if there was a character arc or a trajectory that led them to make those decisions, but that didn't happen. It just kind of felt like they changed how characters would behave, and it just didn't make sense to the show. I felt like there were some storylines that didn't really make sense. So this was renewed for another season, so I'm hoping that one's better. But like I said in Bridgerton, something fell off. It just didn't feel the same as it did in the previous seasons. So those were the shows that I liked the least in 2024. I just did not have a great time watching these this year. These were the low points during my TV watching this year. Some of them I couldn't get through fast enough. I really wish I could only pick shows I would love, and I really wish all the shows I watched I really enjoyed, but that is not always the case, and as you can see from these shows I just mentioned. But there is next year. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are enjoying all of the Bingemas and Blogmas content I am doing on my website and on this channel. I will link both of those below. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment if you are enjoying this video. You can follow me on social medias at @ATS_MGO on all platforms. And I hope you guys are having a good rest of your day, week, month, and hopefully a good rest of your holiday season. And until next time, bye.